All right, picking back up with some community mapping. All right. You guys like my classroom? It is the bottom of my staircase in my house. I have converted to this is my mindful and meditation corner for my therapeutic rec class, and I find a lot of peace and contentment here. So this is gonna be my office for the next month and a half. So here we go. All right, community mapping. So why is it important to see what's in our community? No answers there? Come on, guys. So let me tell you, it's important to see where our education system is, how close it is, where our healthcare is, where police, where firefighters, what we have as tools in our community. It can also show us the economic status of our community. It can show what might be the strengths of our community, what might be the weaknesses of our community, and also during crisis, what might happen within our own communities. Some people right now have very limited access to food, have very limited access to internet, and everything's going online right now. So let's talk about this a little bit. So you're gonna do a community map, and you can do it on a whiteboard. If by chance you have one at your house, that would impress me a lot. And you can do one right on your whiteboard. Or more realistically, you can take a sheet of paper and do it on a sheet of paper. If you want to somehow do it on a computer program, go for it. I am going to show you how simple this can be. Because the first element of it, there's two elements here that I'm going to write down. You have to draw your community. That's phase one. And then two is assess it. The assess it part, I am going to attach in a Word doc about how you do that, okay? The drawing part, we're gonna do that right now. All right, so outside my house, I have a road. I live on a road. I live in the town of Keene. So it's important to show where you are. I'm in Keene, New York, okay? Let's say, we're gonna keep this very simple. So Route 73, here I am. That is my house, all right? So you can go into really great detail with this. I'm just gonna warn everybody right now, it's all gonna be different. Some of you are living in cities, some of you are living on a road all by yourself in a very rural area. And so it's up to you how you wanna draw this. I'm gonna give you two examples. So one with me living in a town right now. So living in a town, I can X, okay, I have a house here, a house here. You do need to make a key, okay? So I'm gonna have X's be houses. X's are houses, okay? You can pick whatever you want. Across the road, there's another house, another house. I live in a residential area, so we have, all right, I'm gonna do a square for a business. Business, okay? And this is 80K Market right down the road. They are closed right now. So I do feel it's important in your key to show what's closed right now. Possibly because of the season or coronavirus right now, okay? So we have a business there. There's a road here, and then another house, business. This is a construction business, so I do want you to write what these businesses are and give me a little description, because I'm not going to know what 80K Market is unless I give you a little bit of a description that they are a business that sells food and fresh made deli items. They are closed right now, okay? So I might want to add to my key that if I circle something, it means closed at the moment, okay? I'm gonna keep going down the road. There's a furniture store here, closed. This construction business is closed right now. Further down the road, we have a post office. I'm gonna draw a little house for that. So this is PO office, okay? It is important. Another thing here, how far do I do my community map? Are you telling me I have to map my whole city, Bethany? No. No. I want you to map your community to these locations where you can get food, gas, education, healthcare. Focus on those 4. Now, for this, it might not fit on your piece of paper because, for example, my nearest healthcare is 15 miles away. Does not fit on this map. So I would make a little note down here, LP healthcare, 15 minutes. Okay? So down this way we have a Stewart's. So we have gas. I'm going to draw a spiral for that. Closest education down the road, Keene School. I could also say though, my house right here, we have internet. So I'm doing a lot of stuff online right now. I'm working from home. All right. There's another road here. This is Hurricane Road. I'm going to take a few pictures too of my community and put them in this announcement as well. I have an art gallery right next door. That is really cool. I'll show you some of the artwork that I get to look at when I just walk around my house and look out the window. Houses, art gallery. We actually have a lot of art galleries in Keene. All right, so what can you see from my map? I'll wait for you to answer. So, Keene, New York, what does it value? What does it support? All right, from looking at my map, I can see that it supports residential living. You might also want to notice, though, how many of these houses are for sale. And if I circle that, next door, or I'm going to underline it, next door is for sale, the house next to it is for sale, across the road is for sale, this one's for sale. All right, this one down the road is for sale. We have a lot of houses right now on the market in Keene. All right, Airbnb has been coming in. Coronavirus is changing everything right now, so that will be interesting to see what happens in the springtime, in the summer. Art galleries. We have a lot of art here in Keene. It's a cool little town. It values mountains and culture, and also more like small scale markets and business. Okay, one gas station. We don't have stoplights here. So these are the little things that I want you to observe in the place that you are now calling your community. Okay? So here's the example. And the great thing with video, guys, is if you miss something I'm saying or you need it repeated, guess what you can do? You can stop the video, you can go back and watch it again. All right, so you can take a screenshot of this or you can just pause it. And this is what I'm looking for in the visual map. All right, this, you guys, I haven't a half mile away from my house. All right, I don't expect you to do that on the map, on drawing the map. It is important though to note, if you weren't able to have healthcare right down the road, you note where it is, and you note where education is, and gas and food. Okay, so this is the drawing portion for, like I said, more of a town. Now, I'm going to give you an example of how remote this could look based on where I grew up in Cherry Valley, New York. Okay, so this is my parents' house, Cherry Valley, New York. Lived here on Mill Road. And that was it. Yep. Let's see. We have a barn. Oop, I should write that. Barn. Up the road, barn. This is an Amish community now. Across the road, this is actually my uncle's house, so there's a little bit. There is a Amish community here. And so, I would have to say, for gas, it's 5 minutes into town. Food would be 5 minutes too into Cherry Valley or Sharon Springs. Healthcare, 5 minutes. There is a little clinic in Cherry Valley, but right now I'm not sure if it's closed. The next would be Cooperstown, so like 5 minutes or 30 minutes depending on what's open. And then, what was the last one? Oh, education. Probably 10 minutes to the school. Something that's going on, like my handwriting, something that is going on right now in the Cherry Valley area. I have a sister who teaches middle school, high school history, and they have not great internet. And that wasn't a great sentence, but what I'm trying to say here is the accessibility to internet, it's very different. I have much higher speed here in town, in the town of Keene, which is a small town, but when I go visit my parents and, you know, I tapped into my HBO account, I pretty much drained their internet for a month without knowing it. So very different situation, and that would come up as a concern for education right now. Okay, so again, I don't want you to worry if this is your situation and really you are the only one on your community map. Remember, that shows a lot. So I am not grading these based on how much you put on your map. You just have to show it as it is, because it's going to demonstrate what your situation is. And that's a great way for me to see what you're working with currently. Okay, so community mapping, that is the assignment. There is also going to be a Word document that goes with it. You need to get me your community map and assessment of it by Thursday, okay? And you can turn it in on Canvas or you can email it to me, okay?